Hey creepies, it is Creepy Nessie here, and unfortunately it's just me. Sometimes Hope was gonna be joining me when it comes to movie talk, but as of today, she's not joining me today, so it's just me. So, hi my creepers, how's it going? I hope you're doing very well, and today we're gonna talk about food and horror. So I don't know if any of y'all are like B-rated fans like me, but a B-rated ones are low budget movies, and I love them, honestly. Trashier, the better. I don't know. I can't tell you what my fascination for them is. It's just good. It's good to me. If you ask my husband, every time he walks in the room and sees me watching these, he's just like, what the heck are you watching? So, yeah. But anyways, did y'all know that there was movies that has food attacking people physically? And I'm about to name 2 right now. Comment, like, share. Let me know if you want me to do more of these because there are plenty more to go around. Trust me. Alrighty. But first things first, guys. What is the first thing you get when you go to a movie theater? What I like to get is watermelon Sour Patches and the slushy mixed with Coke and cherry. It's my favorite all the time. Instead of getting your traditional popcorn and stuff like that, I like to get that. And the reason why I decided to do reviewing some, or at least telling, I don't know if you call it a review, but telling you about these B-rated movies, because new generations of horrors are keep coming out, and I feel like these ones are going to be lost for a reason, honestly. And after I tell you about these 2 movies and you want to go and watch it, just be warned that they are bad. There's a lot of graphics in there, of course, because it's horror. But I don't know. You might love it. I don't know. Just on the day where you feel like you're bored out of your mind, you don't know what to do, I recommend watching these, okay? So let's go ahead and go down to horror lane of B-rated movies. And we're going to start with Ginger Dead Man. Run, run, run as fast as you can. This gingerbread man will kill you on the spot. And he has a foul mouth, a very foul mouth, and ugly as heck. I really wish this gingerbread was cute like Shrek, but no. Here, look at this picture. Would you eat that? Would you eat that? I would not. So this movie came out in 2005 and is placed in Waco, Texas. A killer inhabiting a gingerbread man. The one who voices and who also has like a little scene in the beginning is Gary Busey. I believe I say that right, Busey. I can tell you right now, guys, the way I do these, I'm gonna butcher a lot of actors and actresses' names, so I am so sorry. Make fun of me all you want, but it's gonna happen. I'm very sorry. If you know Gary, he has been cast in a lot of low-budget movies, B-rated movies. I guess ones that you could say that you've seen him in is like Point Break, Rookie of the Year, and Lethal Weapon. But anyways, it starts out with him robbing a diner. There is a family, the father's like, this ain't right, someone's got to do something about it, and of course he tries to be all macho about it, but unfortunately he kills him. Then the brother is like, put down the gun, and then of course he gets shot. So the lonely survivor is the sister slash daughter, and she's scared out of her wits. She's just like right there standing, and he's like catcalling her. He's like, kitty, come here, kitty, kitty, and I'm like, honestly, I hate when people catcall me, and I will like flip my shit. I don't know anyone who likes to be catcalled unless it's nice. Like if you're catcalling me, like, oh kitty, and like, not even kitty, sorry, but like, no, the word kitty is just cringe as hell to me. Like in that sense, it's cringe, right? He gets caught. The cops came, and then he's due to be executed. So before he even got caught, he also cursed her, saying that my mama's a witch, and even if I die, I'm coming for you. The family that died, they actually have a bakery in Waco, Texas. The daughter and the mother are now the only sole owners of it, but the mother, since that happened, she has been downing the good old liquor bottle. So the daughter, of course, has to take over. Crazy thing about this is that I don't know if anyone has ever worked in a bakery, but or even just a store in general, whenever they deliver stuff, they usually have a list. They give you a list, and then they tell you, here's all the delivery and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's the mama, and she drops off a box of gingerbread mix. But the thing with that is she's wearing a hooded cloak. She knocked on the door and left it on there. Survivor, I forget her name all the time, but she takes it and doesn't question about it and saying like, oh, don't be freaking out, because if he's getting executed, don't freak out. It's just a delivery person. I'm like, what delivery person would come in a black cloak, deliver mix, and just leave it there on the door? That's one, that's unsanitary, and two, like, what? I would have thrown that shit out, but apparently can't throw out gingerbread mix. So after she gets the mix, another baker who works there comes in, and he's all like telling her about this convention that he wants to go to. They open up the gingerbread mix. They're about to make it. The other baker cuts himself. Okay? cuts. He accidentally cuts himself. The first thing he does is go on top of the gingerbread mix, squeezes his arm so blood drips into the mix. Of course, they don't notice it. But why was your first thing to do is to go over the mix and squeeze your arm so much blood comes out? I don't know about y'all, but I would literally face away from the powder. That's just common sense. Away from the table and clean myself up. Like, my common sense will hurry up and go to the sink and start washing it out. So of course, because it's witchcraft, there has been a blood sacrifice and he comes to life. And remember, like I said, this gingerbread is ugly. She was making it so cute, and a huge ass one. I've never seen gingerbread that big to where she was making. I know they shrink, but still, that was a huge one she was making. He comes out ugly, and he also comes out the way like stuff that she didn't even put on him, which is weird. It's like he had his own little taste when it came to it. So I'm gonna tell you now, guys, Ginger Deadman has 4 movies. Okay, 4. The first one's good, and then the third one is funny, and it is it's called Saturday Night Live, and he goes back in time. I can't remember on top of my head why, because it made the evil Bong mad. Yes, you heard me right. The evil Bong. There is a movie called The Evil Bong, and she also has like 3 movies, I believe. I can get into that later on if you like these kind of reviews and videos, but it's so funny. He's even uglier. I don't know how he gets, but he gets even more ugly. But I don't know, is it Saturday Night Live? Because he goes back in time too. I believe that's like what, the 70s or 80s? Yeah, if you're gonna go ahead and watch this movie, might as well just watch all 4. I'm just telling you now. But anyways, guys, back to track. After she made him all cute before he came out ugly, he had his little it's alive moment, kind of like Frankenstein with electric and heat. So that was pretty funny, because like whenever, I'll show you up here in the little clip, you see how it's like electric and then now it's like burning, and then for some reason like all the lights, whatever, like a soul representation came into the cookie, which is so weird. I love the graphics though. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna tell you all little details on this movie just because, you know, if you want to watch it. It's on Tubi. It's for free, so I'm pretty sure all 4 are on there. So how the movie ends though is that, so the baker, the one who did the blood sacrifice onto this thing without knowing, the unsanitary one, he came back from the convention. He mentioned earlier to her, he said some corny ass lines. Oh my god, dude, it's just, oh my god. Like, the reason why I love these movies too is because they're so corny. I'm one to actually spit out dad jokes a lot, but this is just funny. I'll put the titles up here. I'll put the whole clip right here. Ginger Deadman is like, what the? You know? The baker, he pins him down and starts eating him because he's like, eat me, you can't do it. And then, you know, he starts eating him. I don't even know how he stomached that. That is just gross. Like, they did like strawberry jam to make it look like blood and crumble. It was, ugh, no. Just by looking at him, I would not eat that. I would just like throw him in the oven or something. Like, my first thing would not to be eating this. But what did you think, that your stomach acid will get rid of the witchcraft? Of course no. This dude gets possessed. Dark-eyed. Okay, one reason, I don't know why his tongue turned blue. That part right there was weird. I was like, okay, why is his tongue blue? But you know, they had to make a way for him to look possessed. Of course, it possesses him and the poor boy gets burned alive. Of course, that does not kill his soul. It probably traveled somewhere. Like, on top of my mind, I can't remember the second one clearly. But if you want me to review all 3 of them, just let me know and I'll do it. I have no problem doing it. Like I said, I watch these movies when I'm bored out of my mind and don't know what to do. If I'm not playing games, I'm watching pre-rated movies. I'm recommending it if you want to waste at least an hour of your life. Well, all 4 movies combined, at least 4 hours. And yeah, I guess it would be like a good trash day for, you know, friends and family and stuff. Let's go ahead and get on to the next one. So this one, let's just say calories are not the only thing that will kill you. So when I saw the title for this movie, I didn't know what to expect. I thought whenever you eat this, you just die. You might end up dying or something like that. I didn't expect these to be alive and to bite you to death or eat you to death. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the title. The title is Attack of the Killer Donuts. I know. Donuts with teeth. Love it. But they look so cute. They make such cute noises and they hop around. They don't grow legs or anything. They just hop around. So guys, what is y'all's favorite donut? Mine is the favorite glazed twisty ones, or the glazed big cinnamon ones, I guess you can say. But guys, I don't know. Have you ever gone down to San Antonio? No, not San Antonio, Austin, Texas, there is a place called Voodoo Donuts. Oh my gosh. Every time I go down there, I have to bring some back up, like at least 2 dozens for my family and everything. They are so delicious. My favorite one from them is like a cookies and cream one. Just, even the glaze itself is just so fucking good. I would say this movie is kind of your Frankenstein moment. The main character, his name is Johnny, and Johnny has an uncle named Luther. And Luther is a mad scientist. You would laugh if you're a DC fan, just saying that now. The irony of that. So Luther is trying to bring objects back to life, or at least things back to life, in which he's tested on this rat. It became rabid. So whenever it became rabid, it was attacking him and it bit his shoulder, but it escaped whenever Johnny went into his lab and got his laptop back from him. You would think because of the rat escaping or something like that, he might have like died near the donuts and then the serum or something like that happened. But no, that would have been like a more feasible thing, honestly. But Luther, so fast forward in the movie, Luther decides to go back into Johnny's work because he needed that laptop back. But apparently the donut owner does not like Luther and starts roughhousing with him, as in like hugging him from behind and like doing a whole dance with him. Like, and I kid you not, this vial that he had in his pocket for some reason flies, like literally like swoops out of his pocket and flies directly into the fryer. So that's a good meter away from fryer. Honestly, it falls into the fryer, and of course they were making donuts at the time and the donuts got infected. So the first victim that had got these donuts, a dozen donuts, she was like, I'm on a diet and I want to treat myself. I'm like, yeah, go girl, you treat yourself, always treat yourself. So it goes off to the scene to where she decides to do a sexy dance for these donuts. I'm all about being hyped for sweet things, but you don't got to be a sweet thing for those sweets. So she's putting on a red lingerie, and she has this I think they're called boa, those boa, I'm not sure what they're called, but here's a scene of her doing her sexy dance. So I'm not sure what those are called. Guys, look at this cat. Did no one own a cat on the set where they could use? I mean, oh my god, that's a fake robot cat. That's so funny. It just meows at her, and I just thought, I busted out laughing the first time I saw that. I was like, but anyways, so as soon as she done with her sexy dance and she leans over and opens up the box, all these little donuts looked at her with teeth, and just like one of them just bounced onto her mouth. Of course, when it comes to horror movies, logic is so out of the window. They're like, or even just sense, I guess, like common sense. Yeah, that's the word I was trying to look for. Common sense, even common sense of just like grabbing that donut off my face, like literally crushing it in your freaking hand, because the serum did not give them like extra strength. So you can literally crush that in your hand, throw it to the side, and you will survive. Again, yes, there's millions of them, but as soon as you get that one off your mouth, run away. I don't even think you should run away from donuts. You can do anything just to smash them. 12 dozen donuts, but at the same time, you're freaking out. You don't know. I would have done that. I would have just grabbed it off my hand and just start running out, get out of my house, and that is it. But then again, I wouldn't know what I would tell the cops. Like, I have killer donuts in my living room, and yeah, I'll get a lot of laughs. But then you probably have that one officer who's like, all right, let me humor you and go check. And they're like, gee Willikers, you do have killer donuts, So she was the first victim that died. And so fast forward into that, my favorite scene of this movie is the Texas Showdown one. Johnny and his friends went over to her house and they were doing like a little showdown with the donuts. They were following their lead. I'll put the little clip right here as much as I can. Just thought that part was really cute. This movie is just comedic horror, and I honestly think it's just cute. It's not as bad as Ginger Dead Man, I can tell you that now. Ginger Dead Man was pretty bad, but this one is not as bad. It's ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, it's ridiculous, but it's not that bad. Anyway, so how they decided to kill the donuts is that meanwhile Luther didn't know anything that was going on. He made a anti-serum, which every mad scientist should know. Once you make an actual serum that does something, you should always make an anti one just in case you ruin the world or whatever. And I kid you not, this serum looks like that bubblegum we used to drink as kids. I don't even remember what that medicine was for, but it tasted like bubblegum and it was really pink. If only adult medicine would taste like that still. Ugh, I would love that. I wouldn't even make a scene about taking medicine if they all just tasted good. But it's back to track. They tell Luther what's going on, and he's like, I have the serum. The first thing he's like, you have to inject into the bloodstream, and one of his friends was, donuts don't have bloodstream. He's like, then I don't know how to do it. So they decided to go to the Hive, which of course their place would be the donut place. As soon as they came in, they see donuts flying everywhere. Like these donuts are like bouncing off the wall. They're just being crazy. And then they start squirting. Ooh, I hate that word. Okay, they started splatting the pink serum everywhere. The way these donuts dies, I don't know if you remember that movie Resident Evil. I believe it was the first one. So there's that scene to where, you know, they rescued Alice. They're trying to get her out, but there's that like laser scene to where it cuts them in half, waffle kind of pattern to that one officer, and he like kind of like shriveled down. So that's exactly what happens to these donuts. And I'm gonna put this clip right here. I thought that was so cute and funny, to where there's two donuts right there, and they're having the time of their life, and one just gets the pink goo all over them, and it literally falls over. The other one's just like, uh-oh. Then at the end, the serum was not enough, and they just decided to blow up the place. Luckily, Johnny got the girl, and he survived. Of course, at the end, there is one donut that survives, but unfortunately, this movie did not get a second one. It just had one first one, which I honestly do believe it just needed one. It was just a cute comedic one. So alrighty then. So like I said, I'm not going into too much details with these movies, just telling you like my favorite scenes and a little bit about the movie itself. If you want to watch these movies, go ahead and watch them. Like I said, you watch them at your own risk. I tell you how bad they are. I tell you you're gonna waste some hours in your life, but if you watch it, that is up to you now. So you can blame me, but not blame me at the same time. If you have not watched any of our other videos, go ahead and watch them if you like, if you're just doing nothing, I guess. That is all for today. I am going to be posting another video out soon. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stay creepy, like, comment, share, and be wonderful. Stay creepy. Bye.